Yo, what's up guys? This is Matt here from the Physique Academy. Today I'm going to be going through a day in the life of me as a Physique Academy coach. So I'm going to be going through what I eat, kind of some client check-ins. I've got an example today. I'm going to show you through my latest phase 1 transformation. We're going to go to the gym as well. We're going to train some back and biceps today. So I'm going to show you how hard we train and my style of training. So yeah, strap yourselves in and let's get to it. Okay guys, right, I'm going to show you now what's going to be my pre-workout meal for today. All right, this is going to be meal 1. I have this meal every single day without fail. It's very versatile, very easy. All you're going to need is some porridge oats, some protein powder, and then some peanut butter or Biscoff spread is actually my new favourite one, which I'll show you in a minute. So, you're going to get your scales, very important. Everyone should be using these. You're gonna weigh your oats onto the ball. At the moment now, I'm currently doing 100 grams of oats. But again, if your calorie number that you need to hit is a bit lower, then I probably advise a lower number than this. But it's going to be 100 grams for me today. There we go. Then we're going to go for some protein powder. So you want to go for like a whey protein, one that's low in fat and low in carbs. All right. So I'm going to go for the natural chocolate impact whey. And again, we're going to go for 40 grams. Again, some guys might go for 30, 25. For my needs, at the moment, I'm hitting the 40 gram number. Okay, awesome. Right, all we're going to need now is a kettle. So we're going to get the kettle boiled. Okay, right, come back to me in 2 minutes when that's ready. Okay, right, kettle's boiled, so there's a trick to this. You don't want to over dilute it with water, all right? So slowly add your water in, and then the oats will start to absorb, with the water and become thicker. So, if you go over with the water, you can't undo it. So I'd always say start with just a little bit, mix it slowly, and then you'll get the consistency that you like, all right? So I've done this pretty much, 360 times this last year. Never get bored of this meal. It's very quick digesting, tastes great, and it's going to give you the perfect blend of protein, fats and carbohydrates. Okay, so the way I like to mix this meal up as well, to add some different fats, we've got peanut butter, we've got Nutella, and we've also got Biscoff. Shout out Reese Aberley, he put me onto the Biscoff spread, so this has kind of been my new favourite at the moment. So we're going to go roughly around 30 to 40 grams. Again, it's going to be dependent on you as an individual. Right now, I'm trying to hit close to the 4,500 calorie number per day. So this is a great way of getting some additional calories in. 32, we'll take that. So give that a good mix in as well. And then once you've done that, just leave it for about 2 to 3 minutes. It'll really start to thicken up, and then we'll get it down the hatch and carry on with our day. Wow, that's lovely. Boom. Right, we're going to let that digest for at least an hour. So we're going to crack on with a few check-ins. I'm going to talk you through and show you how we work through on some of them. And then we're going to get to the gym and show you what we do. Okay guys, right, going to give you an example now of what a phase one transformation looks like. So my guy Spencer, you'll see on screen right now, he's just completed a phase 1 transformation. So if anyone who's ever wondered kind of what a check-in looks like, we're going to kind of try and give you some examples of the obstacles he overcame and kind of what he had to do to achieve this transformation. So Spencer started out at a body weight of around 72 kilos. By the time he was finished on phase 1, he was down to 57. So a good drop there, close to 33 pounds in body weight. This was done over a 27-week period. So some of the obstacles that he overcame in this time period was, he was a very good client. Don't get me wrong, Spencer did exactly what I told him to do. But after a while, we did need to manipulate and change things. So, his calories were progressively brought down throughout the process. And again, I think sometimes you need to realise the depths of, or the lower amount of calories you may potentially need to go to in order to achieve a look like this. So we had to go down as low as 1,500 towards the end of this cup. His calorie expenditure was very, very high as well, close to 2,500 calories per week. as well as 5 gym sessions, and this is on top of 10,000 steps a day. So yeah, Spencer really put in the work to achieve this, but we did get to a sticking point kind of around the 20-week mark where, you know, we were on a certain amount of calories, we were on a certain amount of cardio, and we just weren't really seeing the body response to that. So what we did was we upped the food, and this is a topic that I've kind of talked about a few times now with clients, and the idea of giving you more food in order to see more fat loss, and it's working very well. You know, for him and other clients that I've utilised, we call this like a refeed, and the idea is we're trying to spike the metabolism again. You know, the body's been in a mode of low calories for a long period of time, so when we give the body some more calories, it's obviously going to, you know, get that fire burning again, you know, get the metabolism roaring, and then when we pull the plug again and bring the calories back lower, then you should see the, you know, that responsiveness to that lower amount of food, and that's exactly what works for Spencer. We got there eventually. It was a great transformation, and now we're getting ready to move on to phase 2. So when we talk about phase 2 is just as important as phase 1, okay? You know, at the moment, obviously, Spencer, you know, finished this kind of cut on around the 1,500 calorie number. You know, it's not a great position to be in, you know, to then go back to normal eating. So we have to reverse him out of this deficit. So if anyone was wondering kind of what phase 2 looks like and, you know, what we kind of do in this approach, we put the calories back up, so not too high. We're trying to slowly build him back up and put his calories back up to a maintenance number, and we're just trying to sustain that body weight. We're not trying to gain weight at this point. We're trying to see if he can hold this new body weight at a higher amount of food, all right? On a week-by-week basis, we're going to assess this, see how he gets on, and the goal is to try and slowly increase the food every single week. So I want to get Spencer in a position where he's consuming 2,500, 3,000, potentially more calories per day, and he's you know, slowly filling out. He's getting stronger. His performance is increasing, and you know, when he finally does kind of move off the program, he's in a really strong position. He's, you know, his body's burning through loads of food. He's got that lean, muscly look that he's worked so hard to achieve. And you know, he's in a good position now to build muscle from. He's in a slight deficit. His body's been able to adjust over time to the steady increases, and that's where you should see, obviously, you know, the muscle building aspect of the program come in more, his performance, and obviously, you know, in terms of a weight gain, over time we're looking at maybe kind of close to the 0.2 to 0.3 kilo a week. Any more than that, you know, you're going to be experiencing maybe a bit of fat gain, which we don't want. But what I always say to my clients is, you know, we want to get to a point where, you know, we lean bulk for a certain amount of time. Once we get to a point where the abs are starting to disappear a little bit, you know, we're not looking as lean as we once was, we can then obviously, you know, reverse into a dieting phase again. So you know, potentially phase 2 now might last Spencer 4 months or so, potentially longer, depending on how hard he wants to push it. And then when he wants to cut again, he's going to be starting from a real strong position. You know, if we get the food up as high as 3,000 calories, the next time he comes around to diet, you know, he's not going to need to go to 1,500 calories to lose weight. You know, we could start off on, you know, 2,500 and then taper down from there. And then he might finish the cut this time on a much higher number, which is, you know, around the 19, you know, to 2,000 number. So this is the whole purpose of phase 2, is setting you up for life and getting you in a great position so your metabolism is working effectively after a deficit, all right? Guys, right, going to run through my pre-workout supplements before we go and train a back and bicep session. So we've had meal 1. Usually you want to leave around an hour to an hour and a half of digestion. So by the time we get to the gym today, that will have occurred. When it comes to supplements, there's a minefield. There's so many supplements out there. You may feel like you need to take everything. I just keep to the basics, yeah? Creatine and caffeine. Obviously within this pre-workout, there's some other ingredients like citrulline and beta-alanine as well. But I don't try to take too many things. I just try and take the tried and tested stuff. So creatine, very good, going to help obviously with strength and muscular endurance. So if you don't know about creatine, you must be living under a rock. Everyone should know about this now. Monohydrate, you want to take roughly about 5 to 10 grams per day, okay? And try and do this around your workout times. It's most importantly taken over a long period of time, so it saturates in the body. But I just say, just so you remember, just take it before the gym every time, all right? We're then going to go for a pre-workout. So, you know, you can get very addicted to these. You know, the caffeine content in these is a little bit higher than what you typically get in a coffee. But if used sparingly at the right times, they can be really, really effective. So about 15 minutes before you train, some caffeine and some creatine is going to serve you much, much better in the gym than going in without anything. You may find you don't operate good off caffeine, but me personally, I find, you know, a bit of caffeine before the gym really kind of gets me in the zone, you know, makes me get a better workout, and I go in there energized, okay? So we're going to go for just a full scoop today, which is a serving on this one, and this one's roughly around 300 milligrams of caffeine, yeah? You don't want to be going over that number. More is not better. All it's going to do is just going to make you need more caffeine in the future, all right? So they're the two supplements that I would suggest you take if you don't take any supplements for the gym. You can look at other ingredients as well, but for now, these are my kind of go-to ones I would like to have, all right? So we're going to pop some filtered water in as well. It's another thing I'm really big on at the moment. Tap water, there's a few horror stories I've heard about that, so I've got myself a filter water instead. You know, once I've tasted that, you notice the difference on the tap, I'm telling you, so try it out, all right? So we'll get this shaken up. We're going to head over to the gym. The biggest obstacle or the biggest question is what mode of transport we go in today. So we've got either 2 wheels or 4. With the cameraman being here, probably 4 wheels is going to be a safer option. So yeah, we're going to get some cool little edits of the car. Really into my cars. So as you'll see outside now, we've got a good thing in store for you. What's up, guys? So we're here at the gym now, down at the Warehouse Gym in Hindley. This is my local gym where I've always trained. Got some great stuff in here, great equipment, essential for anyone who's really into kind of bodybuilding training. And that's what I'm into, yeah? My style of training is more bodybuilding style. My goal is to try and build as much muscle as I can. Recently, I've obviously been trying to diet down a little bit and get a bit leaner to show off, obviously, that muscle that I've been trying to work hard to build. But today's session is going to be a pull session, so working the back and the biceps. So we're going to finish off the rest of this pre-workout and then show what we do. Right, guys, so just to give you a bit of an overview of what today's session is going to involve. We're going to do kind of 4 to 5 back exercises. So 2 rowing movements, 2 pull down, 1 kind of isolation back, so a straight arm pull over, and then 2 biceps at the end. It's important when you come into the gym, you know, you warm up properly. So I like to do 2 working sets on everything, but what I'm going to need to do is obviously prime my body, prime my nervous system, ready for that weight, okay? So if it's 10 reps, 8 reps, or whatever I feel like I need to do on the day, just to get me ready for that top weight. Obviously today's set is going to be 2 sets on the full stack. So obviously just need to do a few warm-up sets to get me ready for that, all right? So 1 more warm-up set, and then we'll be into the working sets. Okay guys, right, this is where the straps come into play. Really going to help with your grip on this. You know, I don't want to be limited by my grip strength on this movement, so strapping up for this first working set. I'm going to go for around 10 to 12 reps on this movement today, which is the full stack. You ain't stacking, you ain't necking. Let's go. 1 more. So as you can see there, my last few reps aren't as pretty as my first few, and that's what you want to look like. You don't want to be doing set 11 and 12 as good as 1 and 2. Obviously if my form was bad and there was going to be an injury, then that's a different story, but as you can see I couldn't get full range of motion on the last ones. It's not to say them movements aren't doing anything, but it just shows obviously I'm using the right weight and I'm not going to go too light. Right, exercise number 2, guys. We've just done a pull down movement, so we're now going to move on to a rowing movement. Going to start off light again. The goal for this set is to do sets of 10 on 4 plates. So we're just going to do a feeler set again. Just get a feel for the movement before we go to our working set. All right, so only 1 feeler set will be needed on this. Best though when you get a pump. Not until you get a pump, that's when you can put it on. Okay guys, exercise number 3 now. Moving back onto a pull down movement. We did a wide grip lat down, pull down before, so we're just going to switch up the grip now, more of a neutral grip, and we're going to do this one arm at a time to really focus on squeezing the lats at the bottom, all right? Adam loves this exercise. If you go and watch his videos, he's a master at this one. So I'll give you that, ads. He's slow and controlled. Again, straps are being used just to take the grip being an issue out of the picture. To give you just an idea on this one, you want to really tuck that elbow tight into the body as you can. And if you can pause for half a second at the bottom, even better. 6, 7. Another rowing movement again, sticking with the single arm movement as well. On this one, it allows, by doing single arm, what you can sometimes do is you can brace with the other arm. Gets you more, solid and fixed. When you do both at the same time, a lot of pressure gets pushed into your chest and your stomach, which gasses me a bit. So I'll do one arm at a time, feel much stronger, and I can brace with my other arm. So we're gonna do again 2 working sets on here. We'll use this weight as a feeler set just to see how it moves today. Potentially go a bit heavier on your next set. Get some more weight on that. You've got to match your plates. You can't be having different 20s on either side. It's just bad luck. Don't do it. Right, last back exercise. This is an isolation movement. So most of the heavy lifting's done now. 2 rowing movements, 2 pull downs done. This is just going to be a finisher for the back. Straight arm pull over, just to target the lats, take the biceps out of it completely. Go a little bit higher in the reps with this, 12 to 15. More just trying to get a good feel for this movement, right? It is quite a difficult one to get right and get that connection with the lats on. So just to give some pointers to it, keep the chest high, yeah? The way you'll know you're doing it wrong is as you pull down, your back rounds. So you want to keep your back straight as you can. Push the arms straight down and keep the chest high, yeah? Don't let the back collapse. So chest high the full time. Stretch, stretch. Can't feel that one. Okay guys, right, last exercise is now for the biceps. So I like to do a range of 2 movements. Changing the grip up, so we're going to go heavy right now and do a hammer grip. Okay, a hammer grip is going to work more the forearms and the branchialis muscle that runs in between the kind of main head of the bicep and the tricep. All right. Secondary to that, that's when we're going to supinate. Okay, this movement's really going to target the peak of the bicep more. So I would advise going heavier on your hammer grip stuff, and then go lighter with your supinated stuff. So you'll see now, trying to go as heavy as we can. Don't lead with the elbow too high because the shoulder will come into it too more. So keep your elbows pinned if you can. And we're just going to go for 10 each arm, okay? Aye, aye, aye. Woo. Oh. Right guys, well as you can see the sun is absolutely scorching, so we're taking advantage of it. If you can tan and train at the same time, then why not, eh? So moving on to now a supinated version, we're going to do incline biceps. On this, if you do make the bench more incline and lie back, you're going to get much more of a stretch on the bottom of the movement. So rather than being sat upright on this one, try it incline with a bit lighter and you'll feel the burn even more. What a day. So guys, that's a wrap on today's back and bicep session. Hopefully you enjoyed it and got a good understanding of kind of how I train and what I like to do. As I mentioned before, bodybuilding is the main style, so you won't see me doing too much cardio at this moment anyway. So yeah, idea now is, we're going to get home, show you what I eat as a post-workout meal as well, and obviously talk a bit about the importance of obviously nutrition after a workout as well. So I'll see you all at home. Okay guys, don't know about you, but I am starving. I'm ready for my second meal of the day. So I pretty much have this meal every single week, without fail. Meal 1 and meal 2, just kind of keep it simple. I know exactly where I'm at with it. I know it digests well, and again, it's very time effective. So chicken and rice, bodybuilding 101. Again, we're going to need our scales like last time. And a tip I always say is, if I'd have come in from the gym now and I needed some chicken, I would have been on the stove, 30 minutes or in the oven to cook all that. So pre-cook your chicken, cook it in bulk. It's going to last for at least 4 to 5 days. So obviously I just pull that straight out of the fridge now and it's ready to go, okay? For a lot of our clients, we say to measure everything raw. For today, I'm obviously doing mine cooked. Obviously I know what the conversion is on that. So I'm going to be going for 200 grams of cooked chicken, all right? So plate is on, scale weight is there, and we're just going to chop this up. Okay, I am going to microwave this chicken as well, so that's why I chop it up with this. You can see as well there's some seasoning on this chicken as well, so yeah, salt and pepper, a bit of Cajun as well. You can't go wrong with that, and we are going to be adding a little bit of sriracha at the end as well. 2 or 2. Boom. Right, so that's our chicken done. For our rice, again, if I needed to boil rice, it's going to take 10, 12 minutes. I want, to be as time effective as possible. So I'm a big fan of microwave rice. That's a pre-packaged portion of 250 grams. If you're on less calories, maybe you would only want to have half of that. But again, I'm keeping things as simple as possible. I'm setting myself up to succeed. If I had to come home now and cook chicken and boil some rice and then wash up after, sometimes I can make bad decisions. So make everything as easy as possible for you, all right? Right, we're going to go and get this in the microwave and get some sriracha sauce in it. So give me 2 seconds while I get this microwaved. You could get on that pretty much easy enough, wouldn't you? Yeah. Okay, just a minute on the chicken. Any more than that and it'll start popping and banging everywhere. So yeah, minute on the chicken and then microwave your rice for 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes, all right? Let's get some flavour on this bad boy. Nice and easy. 200 grams chicken, 250 rice. Calorie wise, you're going to be looking at around the 650 to 700 realm, which is perfect for a quick digesting post-workout meal. Sriracha is the one at the moment for me. I was massive on Nando sauce for a while, but I think I've overdid it now, so I'm on the sriracha. Right, 100 grams of veggies usually. I mean, the veggies I'm using here are not your ideal ones. Usually you want to go for something green. But at the moment, I'm really liking my beetroot and my sweet corn. So, when it comes to post-workout, I like to try and get this in as soon as I can after the gym. Sometimes I will make a shake. It just depends on what I fancy. Today we trained early, so we trained off 1 meal. Quite commonly, I would have had this meal and then trained an hour after that, so I would train off 2 meals. But as of today, we've trained a little bit earlier. So typically what I'd probably do is the days that I have 2 meals before I train, I would have a bit of a smoothie shake as my 3rd meal. Whereas today we'll probably go for something like eggs and crumpets or toast, something like that. But meal 2, ready to go. Let's get it down the hatch. Oh, leave them alone. Leave them alone. Right guys, that's meal 2 down the hatch. So, next up on the agenda for today, all right, big thing that we always preach within the program is hitting that 10k steps. So, we've got a little dog right here who needs some walking. So we're gonna go and get some steps in. Going to help with the digestion of this meal as well. Walking after food is quite good for easing digestion as well. So we're going to go for a walk, answer some of the questions, and also give you an insight of what it's like to be a coach as well. We're always trying to take on new coaches within the business. So I'm just going to give you a bit of an insight as well of some of the pros about being a Physique Academy coach. This is the problem when you have 3 dogs. Carrying 3 leads is a bit of a faff. But luckily 2 are small enough to pick up. Right, go. So guys, yeah, just getting our daily step number up on a nice little dog walk. If you've got dogs, it's obviously a great excuse to get outside. But I just wanted to kind of go through a few things, or some of the main benefits of being a PA coach. All right, and obviously I used to be a gym floor PT, so you know that would be me based in a gym for a set amount of time, and that's a certain time schedule that you have to be on to do that. Now I've transitioned to with Physique Academy and doing it all online. Just be careful though. I was thinking, bloody hell, you'd have been game over. Yeah, now transition online, you know, my schedule to the most part is under my control. You know, I can train when I want, I can eat when I want, as long as obviously I, you know, do all my check-ins with my clients and they're available to communicate, you know, I've got loads and loads of freedom, all right? And it's something that, you know, I've experienced. I could never go back to gym floor work after having this type of lifestyle. So yeah, that's, you know, a great benefit of working online. And if you're someone at the moment now who is on a gym floor, who's got a lot of experience and you've got some good transformations behind you, then reach out to the team. We're looking for new coaches all the time. And if you think you've got what it takes to become an online coach, you know, once you've experienced this type of lifestyle, you know, the benefits are great. So that would be one thing I would say. We've also got a great community between all the guys. We meet up on a regular basis, you know, doing a kind of certain fitness events, and a lot of the guys are kind of local to each other as well, so we can train together, which is great. But yeah, I think the main thing is just that kind of flexibility and freedom you get from working online. You know, I work with a lot of American clients now. You know, I would never be able to do that if I was still on the gym floor. So it's, you know, going to improve me as a coach as well. I'm working with different kind of nationalities, different obstacles, and, you know, essentially, you know, I could work from anywhere. You know, right now, you know, I've done some check-ins this morning. I've got my phone on me now. I'm out getting the steps in, but I'm still available for my clients, and I'm obviously messaging them when I need to. So, you know, I always say your office is anywhere with Wi-Fi. Anywhere with 5G and Wi-Fi can be your office. Hey bro, thank you for sending me the pictures of those gels. Nice work on obviously getting that branded one. It's a good brand, that. Nice to see it's worked well for you. It's good to see that the digestion issues with them didn't occur. So yeah, keep taking them at around the 45-minute mark on these runs. The idea is, as we slowly progress up in the distance on these runs, you know, some intra-workout carbs is going to be a key thing that we want to use. So good man for getting hold of some, and yeah, going forward we are going to, you know, slowly implement these a bit more. But cheers for sending me the pictures, and you know, good luck with the upcoming event that we've got. Not done an ice bath for a while now, but I thought we'd get back in the habit of it. Not the most cost-effective way to do it at the moment. In the UK, we have got a bit nicer weather, so all I've got is a Lumi pod to do this. So I have to obviously rely on ice to get it cold. So yeah, I'm going to try and chuck a few bags of ice in here to get it a bit colder than what it is. You want it to be ideally less than 10 degrees to get the full benefits from this ice bath. Last time I was doing this was in November time, and back then obviously it was like 4 degrees outside, so it was easy to cool down. But today we're going to chuck some ice bags in and see if we can get it down as close as we can to that 10-degree number. Oh, happy days. Right, little ducky. We'll come back in a minute and see what she's saying for the temperature. Right guys, ice bath time. So before I kind of jump in there and lose my breath and can't speak, I'm going to talk over now kind of the importance of kind of recovery. So there's many ways we can increase recovery. You know, sleep, you know, protein content, massages, hot and cold therapy. Hot and cold therapy is going to be the subject today. So ice baths are very good. They're going to help reduce inflammation. There's also a key mental benefit from it as well. You know, it's going to build that resilience. Right now, I do not want to get in this ice bath. I've not done it for a good while, and I already don't want to get in it. So it's going to help you develop that mindset of doing things, you know, are uncomfortable and forcing yourself to do stuff. I just know that when I get out of this ice bath, I'm going to feel great. My body's going to be, you know, less inflamed as a result of it, and I'm going to get that endorphin hit as well from obviously the adrenaline from doing it. All right, so You know, if you have got access to do something like this, then I do think you should try and implement it into your routines. You can obviously get things like you hook onto the shower. I've seen one of my clients who's got this where you hook it onto the shower and put an ice cubes in it. That can obviously give you a similar effect as well. But yeah, let's get to it. We're going to try and aim for around 3 minutes and see if I don't cry. Right, you. You sure you don't want to have a go instead?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sound.
Okay, right. The trick is you've got to just go in fast, because if you just tip and toe in it, it's not as easy. So the first kind of 30 seconds I always find the toughest. My blood vessels start to restrict. I get a bit of pain in my arms, especially my biceps. And then usually after the minute mark, and the blood comes back into my face, I get alright. Oh yeah, baby, come on. So yeah, ice baths, hot and cold therapy, very good if you had a sauna to back this up. Big George, when he was in Bali, did have the benefit of doing both. I've not got the same setup as he's got. But yeah, if you could combat this with the sauna as well, yeah, you're going to get even more benefits from it. But as of today, we're just building that mental resilience. Inflammation's going to come down as well. One topic I like to talk about as well, and this is, you know, I've researched more into this, but when you're trying to build muscle, ice baths directly after a muscle, you know, kind of a weight session, there's no evidence to show it's not as beneficial. All right, so try and do it sparingly. Try and, if you can, do it away from your weight workouts. There is evidence to show that you want that inflammation after a workout to increase recovery. So yeah, try and do your ice bath sessions away from your weights if you can, not too regular. If you're a runner and you want to kind of bring inflammation down your knees, your ankles, I think ice bath all the time. It's really, really good. But yeah, just be careful and mindful. If your goal is muscle building, then you don't want to be hammering the ice baths. Okay, try and probably do the sauna a little bit more. Okay, do we have any idea on time here? Because I've got no idea.
No.
It's getting alright now. It's just that first 30 seconds. Oh, it takes my breath away. Ooh, don't get the packaging. Might not be that impressive right now. Right, guys. That didn't get any easier. Right, guys, not much more of the day left to go over. The main, portion of the day is done. Training's done, recovery's done, steps are done. Still, obviously, we've got a few meals to get in before the day's done. So I'll kind of talk you through what they would be. But obviously, yeah, I won't be here to show you my yogurt meals at 10 o'clock tonight. You can just have to imagine that one. But I'll talk you through kind of what those meals are and why we have them. And yeah, kind of close today's video out. All right. Hopefully nobody's scared of snakes. So as well as dogs, we're like a zoo in this house. We've got snakes too. So this is Cecil. Very low maintenance, feed him once a week. He's got a very slow metabolism. He just does the intermittent fasting diet. One mice every 6 weeks or so. But yeah, cameraman was just asking me why have I got a snake. Oh god, he's strangling me here. Go down camera. Why I've got a snake. Oh, he's actually well strangling me here. Yeah, so why have I got a snake? Basically, it was a Valentine's present. I got Mrs. one year goes to me, oh, what are you going to get as me a Valentine's present this year? Oh no, you're going to get me something really nice. I was like, yeah, go on then, have a think. And anyway, me thinking of what could I go wacky with. went to get some dog food from the dog centre, and she saw the snakes, and she was like, you know, oh, these are cool, these are cool. So that just, you know, sparked the interest to do that. So never held a snake in my life. I go and buy a snake without him knowing. Come on one day, get her blindfolded, put your arm out, just picked up this snake, and I'd never held a snake, so we're like, you know, crapping myself while we're picking it up. And then I just kind of dangled it on her arm and said, right, happy Valentine's. God, he's strangling me here. What are you doing? Dinora, you're going to kill me on camera. So yeah, and he's now 6-7 year old. Googled it, they live till about 20. So I've got him for the foreseeable. But yeah, very low maintenance. And the main thing I get from it now is when people come around and they're scared, I can just have loads of fun chasing around the house with a snake. So that's the enjoyment I get from him now. Ooh, not warmed up yet. Good job I've got my Physique Academy hoodie to warm me up. Right, going to go through meal 3 now. I typically eat roughly every 3 to 4 hours as a rule. So next meal now we're going to go for 4 eggs and then usually a piece of toast. But if you're in the UK, I know American guys might not know what these are, but we have something called crumpets. So 2 crumpets for me. You know, similar to kind of toast in a sense, or pancakes, but yeah, I'm going to go for 2 crumpets on that one, all right? So let's whip this up. In terms of obviously the heat, trick with your eggs is you want to make sure your yolks are still runny. There's nothing worse than overcooked eggs, so hopefully I get it right for the camera and my eggs are nice and runny at the end. Just them fried, I can have them poached. I tell you what, I do love some scrambled eggs with baked beans, you know, like in a bit of a fry-up or something. Yeah. Right, go easy with the butter, guys. Don't want to go too crazy and add too many calories, but we don't want them dry as a boot. Solid ass meal. So guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Hopefully you've had a good insight of what a day in the life looks like for me as a Physique Academy coach. So we've gone through obviously the meals, we've gone through obviously the training, the recovery, you know, the lifestyle, and you know, a bit of the kind of the check-in process as well. If you have liked this video, make sure you give us a like and a subscribe to the channel. You can follow us on Instagram at both Physique Academy and my own personal Instagram, Matt Physique Academy as well. But yeah, there's nothing much really going to go on for the rest of the day apart from a few extra meals. I would have 2 more extra meals in the day just so to give you an idea of what they would be. Kind of meal 4 is going to be some type of fish or beef with obviously a similar amount of veggies and potatoes or veggies and pasta, you know, kind of mix it up which one I tend to have. And then before bed is just going to be my go-to yogurt, so Greek yogurt, fat-free Greek yogurt with some fruit and dark chocolate, and that'll pretty much wrap up today's kind of eating. All right, so roughly again around about 4,500 calories for me personally. And again, these foods that I kind of utilize, you know, it would be good to use yourself, but with the correct measurements for obviously your caloric intake and needs as well. So some of my clients might realize, yeah, these meals look very familiar. I like to obviously, you know, get my clients to eat similar to how I eat if they obviously have, you know, no individual preferences for different foods, as I know they work so great, and obviously, you know, build the results that you want to get. But yeah, hope you had a good time. I've enjoyed it, and yeah, we'll catch you in the next video.